Hello, Michael. It's Jody.
Hi, sorry about the phone tag.
So began the December phone call that in a concise 17 minutes gives Canadians a clear idea of the issues at the heart of the SNC-Lavalin controversy. Then Attorney General Jody Wilson-Raybould dialed it and knew she was recording it. The clerk of the Privy Council, Michael Wernick, answered and did not know it was being recorded. That audio, along with some 43 pages of documents, were given by Wilson-Raybould to the Commons Justice Committee. The documents add some new information to the story, and we're going to look at all that in a moment. But the phone call itself shows the stark difference of opinion between her and her boss, the Prime Minister, on just how to handle the SNC-Lavalin criminal case and just what really constitutes political interference.
His view is he's not asking you to do anything appropriate or to interfere. He's asking you to use all of the tools that you lawfully have at your disposal.
I know I have a tool under the Prosecution Act that I can use. I do not believe it is appropriate to use it in this case.
Okay. All right. I mean, then that's clear. Well, I mean, he's in a very firm mood about this, so...
Does he understand the gravity of what this potentially could mean? This is not just about saving jobs. This is about interfering with one of our fundamental institutions. This is like breaching a constitutional principle of prosecutorial independence. So we can...
I don't think he sees it as that. I mean,
well, then nobody's explaining that to him, Michael.
So how did that disagreement become the story that has gripped political Ottawa and many Canadians for so many weeks? A story that ended with 2 cabinet ministers, a senior advisor to the Prime Minister, and the clerk of the Privy Council all resigning. The audio tells more, but so too do those new documents, and our Katie Simpson looks at both.
Jody Wilson-Raybould expected this call to cross a line, and that's why she says she decided to secretly record her conversation with the clerk of the Privy Council, Michael Wernick.
The PM wants to be able to say that he has tried everything he can, within a legitimate toolbox.
As the Prime Minister's messenger, Wernick says Justin Trudeau is concerned about the criminal case against SNC-Lavalin and that a deferred prosecution agreement, or a DPA, could save jobs.
He doesn't want to do anything that's outside the box of what's legal or proper, but his understanding is, the DPA tool is there. He just wants to understand more at this point why the DPA route isn't being taken up in this route.
Wilson-Raybould says she gets that jobs are important, but that is where any form of agreement ends.
This is about the integrity of the Prime Minister and interference. There's no way that anybody would interpret this other than interference.
She repeatedly argues a DPA would be inappropriate, and her mind is made up.
So we were treading on dangerous ground here, so I'm going to issue my stern warning. I can't act in a partisan way, and it can't be politically motivated.
Wilson-Raybould told the Justice Committee she was subjected to inappropriate pressure and veiled threats for her refusal to change her mind on this position. Though the tone in this call doesn't seem menacing, it is clear the two are deeply divided on what to do.
He's in a pretty firm frame of mind about this, though, so I'm a bit worried.
A bit worried about what?
Well, it's not a good idea for the Prime Minister and his Attorney General to be at loggerheads.
Wilson-Raybould says she feared this stalemate was the reason she was moved into the role of Veterans Minister. But in her new written submissions, she says Trudeau denied that. After much reflection, I decided to take the Prime Minister at his word, she wrote, though she also decided that she would immediately resign if the new Attorney General decided to issue a directive and grant SNC-Lavalin a DPA. While that has not happened, Wilson-Raybould says she left Cabinet anyway after Trudeau implied she was comfortable with how this affair unfolded.
Her presence in Cabinet should actually speak for itself.
Wilson-Raybould wrote she disagrees. I resigned the next day and trust my resignation also speaks for itself.
All right, Katie is in the West Block tonight as MPs prepare to return there on Monday. Is PMO saying anything about all this tonight, Katie?
The Prime Minister, Rosie, and his inner circle need to decide whether Jody Wilson-Raybould can stay in the party. And in a statement tonight, the Prime Minister's office says it is focused on moving forward as a team, so there's no change in the status there. The statement also says the Prime Minister was not fully briefed on the conversation in question and that he wishes Wilson-Raybould had gone to him directly with her concerns. Rosie.
Okay. Katie Simpson on Parliament Hill for us again tonight. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks.